You'd mentioned earlier that when you started watching wrestling, you're really into the Divas era, which when I talk to people on the show before, a lot of people will talk about their favorites and who they were idolized by. Some would say Trish or Lita or Sherry Martel and some of the other like legends, Jazz, Molly Holly. But it's interesting. You don't hear a lot of people really talk about, the women of the Divas era, like the Michelle McCools and the Bella Twins, and even some of the women earlier, like the Tori Wilsons and the Stacy Keeblers. I mean, they really helped pave the way as well for the women of today. So, what really like drew you into that aspect, that side of the women's era?
Oh, 100%. I agree with you there. Like for me, it was just they had so much charisma and they had 3 minutes, including entrances, to go out there and show people this is who I am, this is my character, um, and this is I can wrestle and do this. And to me, I was like, oh, this is incredible. They're telling a story in the ring and just being their character who they were. Like Maurice, I think, is someone who is really underappreciated because she just oozed that charisma and that heel persona. And I try and like embody her as much as possible. Another one, my all-time favorites, is Candice Michelle. For me, one of the best. I want her to be in the Hall of Fame so bad because they were like at the time. I think the tagline was like the hottest women on TV. I think that also had part of me wanted to be known as like one of the hottest women on TV when I was younger, and they were like all of them were absolutely stunning and beautiful and gorgeous, and then they could like fight and they could go for it, and they were so athletic, and just watching them was just I was just blown away. I was like, that's what I want to be. I want to be someone that you may not think can go and like may not go in the ring at the time, but like, someone that you don't think is so powerful. But when you see them, you're like, oh my God, she is something. Like, I want to know her. And I think that's what separates the Divas era from a lot of other wrestling eras for women is you see them and you're like, I need to know who this person is. And they were just, everyone was so unique as well. There wasn't any like overlap, I'd say, even if you had the diva search girls, who I think are as well hugely underappreciated. Um, they were all still just themselves, but like amplified. And for me, I think that was just top tier wrestling. Um, and I think that's what I try and embody a lot as well in my when I go out like and perform in front of people. I'm like, right, what would Candice Michelle do here? What would the divas do to get themselves seen? So, yeah.
Yes,